Yeah, Kevin, in that two-run rally as a result of the 12-pitch at-bat by Brett Gardner, tied for the longest of the postseason so far. It gives Aroldis Chapman a little bit more breathing room, a 3-run lead as we hit the bottom of the ninth.
Over 30 minutes. Chapman waiting now to try to get the final 3 outs. The Indians trying to find ways to get 2 runners on at least.
Jose Ramirez leads things off in the Cleveland half of the ninth.
As hard as it is for Ramirez, he's going to have to take a strike. You would think that just testing to see if Chapman still has the command and velocity after waiting.
It's been just a 2-for-20 series for a guy who will finish with some MVP consideration this year. In front, 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0. 2 balls and a strike now.
Now you can go to hitting and try to pick one out at 97 or 98, one that you might like, or one that you think you can do something with.
I
didn't like that pitch. 3-run lead, 2-1 count. He throws a slider. There's no reason for that, really. Even if he hits a homer on a 2-1 fastball.
This was an Indians team that had a commanding 2-0 series lead in this best-of-5. Masahiro Tanaka shuts him down in Yankee Stadium in Game 3. The Yankees get the Greg Bird home run. Luis Severino is brilliant in Game 4. Indians still felt good about their chances coming back home for a Game 5 with Corey Kluber on the mound. Here's the 3-2. And there's ball 4. Leadoff hitter aboard.
Get that walk to that slider. The Yankees also came to Cleveland with extra luggage, saying if we're coming to Cleveland, let's pack for Houston.
So here's Encarnacion now. He has struck out twice and fly to center tonight. It's another reason the Indians were feeling good about themselves tonight. The return of their DH. The ankle injury had him on the shelf for games 3 and 4 in New York. Up and in at 99.
I'm telling you, and no one will understand this, having not gone through it, maybe understanding why as a closer up until last year. Now Chapman has pitched multiple innings before now, but before that he hadn't. So you're conditioned to come in with adrenaline, shut the door, shake the hands, and do it again. Well, he came in adrenaline in the 8th inning, and he shut the door in the 8th inning. The problem is he had to sit down for 30-plus minutes and try to emulate that same kind of intensity when you come back out. It's not always that easy.
A ball and a strike. Just in case Tommy Kahnle's up in the New York bullpen. In Chapman's last outing, when he went an inning and 2/3, 30 of the 34 pitches that he threw that night were 100 miles an hour or higher. In pitching a 1-2-3-8, only 4 of the 13 pitches he threw were of that velocity. That one at 100 and fouled back.
Yeah, and I can tell you that the score does determine sometimes the extra adrenaline, and you know, with a 3-run lead, trying to throw strikes, can throttle it down. But as he gets closer to that 3rd out, I would think the velocity will get right back up there.
Ramirez at first to lead off the inning. A ball and 2 strikes to Encarnacion, and there's a called strike 3. That combined strikeout total keeps piling up as Encarnacion is locked up.
Revved it up a little bit.
So now Carlos Santana, a switch hitter batting right against the southpaw Chapman. Chapman gets in front with an off-speed pitch. Ramirez at first, 0-1 to Santana. Austin Jackson's the tying run on deck. And it's 0-2. Doubling up on that. I mean, when you know a guy's got 102 and you fall behind 0-2 with 2 off-speed pitches, what's a hitter to think?
Help. Timeout.
Goes back to the fastball and Santana fouls it away. There have been 30 strikeouts in this game, most ever in a single postseason contest. That is a 9-inning postseason contest. A chopper to second. Castro backs up on it to Gregorius for 1. And the Yankees are now 1 out away from moving on for a date with the Astros.
Astro did a nice job. That had a chance to take a tricky hop. She came in. That ball bounced up a little bit higher. See how he came in, and then he made the adjustments with his hand, made a nice flip, and then Didi just knows, okay, we got the 1.
Austin Jackson represents the last chance for the Indians tonight. Well, while the rest of the world may have given up on the Yankees for dead when they were down 0-2 and headed back home for game 3, as Joe Girardi has told us throughout, they never gave up on themselves. And Chapman is an out away from delivering the Yankees back to the ALCS.
That's why, as players, you can't listen to the noise. In the day off that we had in travel, and I just happened to turn on the radio and listen, there wasn't one person that gave this team a chance, and they were crushing them.
Oh, the natives were restless. The non-challenge play here in game 2, and then the grand slam, the 5-run lead that went away. Didi Gregorius tonight with some help from Brett Gardner late. And the Yankees are an out away. A ball and no strikes. The count to Austin Jackson. 1-1. The Astros have already announced Dallas Keuchel as their game 1 starter.
I think Sonny Gray might be the guy that Joe might go to if they're able to win this.
Yeah, neither Joe Girardi nor Terry Francona was willing to talk about a potential game 1 starter before the game tonight. That's not a good look to put that kind of speculation out there in advance of an elimination game.
the drummer's not giving up.
No, a very optimistic guy out there. Through some of the lean years here for this franchise as well. And now Jackson wants to think about it with time. For the Yankees, a 5-year layoff between championship series is like an eternity. I mean, for most franchises, that would be recent history. But for the Yankees, with their pedigree, with their world championship track record, a 5-year layoff seems like a long time.
But nobody could have predicted it would happen this year.
Or this way, down 0-2.
Exactly.
A team that was supposed to be rebuilding with a younger core of players. And it's a ball and 2 strikes to Austin Jackson. The Indians are down to their final strike tonight.
Well, CeCe literally left his mark on this field.
It's still there, yeah.
And the Yankees hoping to leave for Houston.
A ball and 2 strikes to Austin Jackson. An Indians team that finished with 102 wins during the regular season. Postseason wins this year have come in elimination games. A come from behind wild card victory, then down 0-2 in this series. They claim games 3 and 4 at home, take game 5 on the road, and are headed to Houston.
An amazing comeback. A gritty team, a manager who had to face a lot of criticism, who stayed the course. He kept his team ready. And the veteran guys on the Yankees helped preparing these young future stars.
Boy, there's nobody talking about the challenge and the missed replay in game 2 now. The Yankees come back. They win games 3 and 4 at home based on great starting pitching. Masahiro Tanaka and Luis Severino each go 7. CeCe Sabathia keeps that alive here. The winningest pitcher in the history of this ballpark claims a victory for a visiting club tonight, one that puts the Yankees back in the ALCS. An amazing comeback. Didi Gregorius was one of the heroes tonight. A pair of home runs against Corey Kluber. Brett Gardner with a big 9th inning insurance RBI hit. Sabathia the win, Chapman the save, and the Yankees advance.
A lot of people not going to admit they were wrong, but the Yankees don't care at this point.
Another box of championship gear being broken out on the field. And the Yankees will have a date with an Astros team that they lost 5 of 7 to during the regular season, but that's the last thing on their minds right now as they enjoy coming back in this series after being behind 2-0 to win the ALDS.